Hi, in the previous video I talked about how Cobalt and Ruby work together as a fire burning comp. With Annabella out, fire team gets some significant improvements. I'm gonna explain how Annabella replaces Cobalt as a fire burning support for Ruby, but can also be played as a on-field DPS carry. Let's talk about her kit first. She is a sniper that can do scoping charge shot. As you can see, the green bar on the right indicates the charge level. You can also fire consecutive shots without rescoping by pressing the backhold button. In addition, she has a passive where if you use a dodge attack, the next left click becomes an instant max charge shot. Like that. Her skill is a unique skill that has two modules. Depending on which module you pick, it's gonna change her role. The gas module, which is this icon on my head, enables her to do massive damage. So if you pick this module, she becomes a on-field DPS carry. And also this does not rely on burning, so it is a completely brand new playstyle for the fire team. If you choose the burning module, she can apply burning just like Cobalt does. So she will be able to replace Cobalt in a Ruby Center burning comp. What's good about her is that her A0 already enables burning, where for Cobalt you need at least A3 for Cobalt to apply Ionic Scorch. And you really do need Cobalt A6 to have a healthy rotation, where for Annabella, all you need is her A1. So every time you use Annabella's skill, you can see the two symbols or icons flashing. So basically game asks you which module you want to pick. So now I choose the burning module. So once you confirm the module, you can fire 8 shots that has the module effect. So it already, let me use the skill again. So as you can see, the burning module can set the target burning. And by the way, you can do this at A0, so that's why I'm saying Annabella really makes the fire comp much cheaper. And what's good about her A1 is that it will create a massive sphere. When the target leaves the sphere, they're gonna get slow by 80%. So this right here makes greatly improve the fire comp survivability, because the mob is getting slowed so much that they can barely reach you. In addition, this is also a better burning mechanism compared to Cobalt. In the previous video, I explained how you do need a A6 Cobalt, right? So you first set the target burning, and then you apply Ionic Scorch, and then you do have to keep using your dodge attack to refresh that burning. And remember, you can only detonate every 6 seconds. So in a Cobalt plus Ruby rotation, usually after you set the target burning and then you apply Ionic Scorch, you swap to Ruby using her discharge, so you detonate once. And because her skill lasts for 15 seconds, and then you can only detonate every 6 seconds, so that means you are only able to detonate 3 times in total. So now if you look at Annabella, her A1 is that if you trigger a detonation, it will automatically trigger 2 additional destinations, right? So this is it's just a quality of life improvement. So you don't have to always, keep in mind like, oh, I need to do dodge attack to refresh, because it will automatically trigger the destination. And like I said, it slows the target by 80%. So you're just gonna be much safer, right? And also the thing is with Cobalt, her skill is a extremely, it's like melee range, right? Fire comp is known as like being the range comp, but then imagine you have to use the skill and stay super close to apply Ionic Scorch, right? That just go against the design concept of fireteam, quote unquote, like range comp, right? With Annabella, because you can apply burning either through doing a scoping shot, or like I said, the dodge attack enables a quick instant shot. You can safely apply burning far away, so you don't need to always stay in melee range, which is very dangerous. And you have that 80% burning. So what I'm saying here is A1 Annabella already does what a A6 Cobalt does, but also it provides additional sustain or survivability feature that Cobalt does not have, right? Also, the sphere that slows the target it is also able to trap Ruby's orb. So you can see my character is far away here, yet you still see the orb bouncing within that sphere. So that right there makes it, even better, because you lose a lot of damage if the orb is not bouncing between you and the mob. So if the sphere is able to trap that orb, and then that orb is just gonna keep bouncing there, it's gonna do a lot more damage, right? Compared to when you play Cobalt. Like if you mess up your positioning, then you lose that orb bouncing, you lose a lot of damage. So that right here is the quality of life improvement that I'm talking about. And Cobalt does not have that feature. And if you have her at A3, she is even able to heal, and this heal is massive. Like, you just need to do a few dodge attack and you are able to heal back to maximum HP. So, and for the longest time, fire teams suffer from no sustain or no heal. Even though this is like A3, so probably not like everyone can afford it, but at least, if you this is A3, right? We're talking about A3 where Cobalt needs like A6 to even be optimal in a rotation. So Annabella is like is really a power creep, not in terms of damage, because Cobalt still has that massive Ionic Scorch, that multiplier is high, but Annabella, it just makes everything better, right? She does not do that much more damage compared to Cobalt, but she just makes your rotation much better. And I even forgot to mention, she is the first crit rate. She has a passive that can buff your crit rates, and also if your crit rate exceeds 100%, your overcrit gets turned into crit damage, right? That's also something that Cobalt doesn't have. So let me showcase I just want to use my skill there so it doesn't screw up my rotation. So with Annabella in a burning comp, you start with Lin, right? And then you put down the field. You switch to Annabella, confirm the module, do 2 charge shot or 3 until you have Cobalt discharge, and then you detonate. You do this again. It's same thing as playing Cobalt, like that, right? So you do a much more damage. I believe when I used to play Cobalt, I I wasn't able to do this much damage within this time frame. Yeah, so she really makes the fire come a lot cheaper. And I also want to talk about her gas bomb module. So this is her on-field DPS carry. This is very boring to play because all you do is, you know, dodge, attack, and left hit. And by the way, I'm like not even using any buff or something from my other weapon, and I'm already able to do this much damage, right? And then if you play her as a on-field carry, you don't need any advancement because her advancement, like her A1 only benefits burning. I mean, the sphere, the slow is still there, but it's mainly for the burning. Her A3 is, you know, it gives you heal, so it doesn't really boost your damage that much. The only advancements that boost her damage significantly is A5 and A6. So she is a very, very free-to-play friendly unit if you do want to use her as a on-field carry. And because if you use the gas module, which doesn't rely on burning, that means you don't even really need Lin, because Lin extends burning duration when you trigger the fire, when you use 2 fire weapon. So if you don't rely on burning, then I mean Lin still has some general damage boost, and it also provides like insane off-field damage, but like since it doesn't rely on burning, you can use something like Tsubasa, right? And you can even put like say Zero or even King, something like this, and then you are able to do fine with Annabella. I will link a Bygones Floor 600 video in the video description section. That video is using a A0 Annabella with the gas module and Tsubasa and Lin. Now, that content creator, that CN content creator, does have like everything max. The only thing he doesn't have max is Annabella advancements, but he had like whale chips and he had like a 6-star Lin. But nevertheless, like the fact that a A0 character is able to beat Bygone Floor 600, I think it's very, very, it's very, very impressive. And you're not even triggering Lin's fire, right? You're not even triggering Lin's passive, and then you're like using a Tsubasa, which is like a free standard banner. So that just shows what Annabella can do, right? And I want to talk about the chip a bit. So let me swap back to my normal setup. So if you play Annabella as like a burning support for Ruby, you do want to equip Ruby's chip if you have, because this is a off-field chip. So you do want to equip this on Annabella because she's just there to apply burning and get off. Your Ruby is still the main carry. If you don't have Ruby's chip, you can use something like 4-piece Shiro, right? This is like your general free-to-play off-field chip. Ruby is still gonna be like on-field carry. So 2 Samir, 2 Crow work just fine. Now if you are a whale and you can max out everything, you can use Annabella's chip, because Annabella chip also, just like Samir and Crow setup, it boosts your crit damage, and it doesn't need your target to be lower than 60%. But the only thing is, Annabella's chip is just like it has some off-field effect, but part of it you do need to be on the field. So unless you're a whale, you don't really need to replace two Samir, two Crow. You can just stay with two Samir, two Crow, and that's what I did. And Lin, you just, if you can afford, of course, use Lin's chip. But if not, just use like whatever free-to-play setup you can come up with. Yeah, that's everything. Thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.